never bark. Movie shows, they tear apart. Dimensions clash, they ignite the spark. Couch debates, turn the volume up. Set the chaos over for the cup. Alien worlds and twisted scenes. Banter spreads like electric dreams. Outer dimensions strike away. Trying days set flames ablaze. Discussing bits and cosmic plays. Beyond the stars they find their praise. They find their praise. Ripping through the deep.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the Outer Dimensions podcast. This is just a test stream, guys. This is just a test. It's a test of your broadcast systems. Now, trying to work on a few different things because the stream is only going to one channel right now. We want to be able to stream it to multiple channels. So, I'm going to try to do something here. Technical difficulties. Yes, boys and girls. Look, it's Dre.
I know, I'm back. It's crazy. My audio's coming twice.
The font, well, yeah, because you probably have it. You probably have it on the computer. So
Everything's coming through there.
okay, but you have your speaker and it's probably close enough to your mic that it's picking up the audio that way.
Maybe. Let's see.
Or do you have this open up on YouTube?
I do not.
Coming in a little too loud, he says. Okay, we got a few people in the chat.
Yeah, he was coming in a little loud. I even was sending a text him that. But yeah, it's not.
Me? Am I coming in too loud or?
No, it's your mic. It's like even when you're talking, it's like.
and I'm not even up against it. I'm like back here, so I'm gonna have to play around with a few things then.
You have to lower your voice. It's trying to tell you so.
No, I will never lower my voice.
But yeah, folks, I'm actually here.
I do have a different USB mic I can definitely utilize.
I would say you can try that. But folks, I'm alive. I'm well. It is 2026. I know we took some time off because life freaking happens.
So I'm going to mute myself.
We're back. But we're back. I don't want to say like we're going to be back, but we're going to go. We'll give you guys a little bit of a tidbit. Like I said, this is a little bit of a pre-test before our show, which will be the first show for season 2 of the Outer Dimensions that will be on Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, folks. 8 p.m. So be there, be squared. We'll be live. We're going to be talking about our favorite films, the top 3 films of 2025. And we'll give you guys a little bit of a rundown of what's going to be coming for some of the future episodes. I do see some positive stuff. Now we're going to give you guys an idea of how we're going to do the show. It's not going to be like how it was all the time because it wasn't burnout. Because a lot of people asked me, they were like, "Dre, was it burnout?" No, I wasn't burnt out. It was just work. Then yeah, we got 2 kids. And then the wife now has a new job that she's working almost an hour and a half away. So it's like, you know, you guys all know I work from home, and it's just been, you know, we had a lot of shit. Like, well, just to give a kind of brief overview, it was like money issues, which was work, and then we got that figured out. But then it's like now we're trying to figure everything else out, and it's just like, oh my goodness. But the Wyatt Saunders family, we are doing quite well. Everybody's happy. 2 of us are asleep, my wife and my teen, and Peanut is in the living room watching television. So if you guys are wondering where the other half of the Geek Dad duo is, she is in the living room playing. And I'm trying to use the camera positioned a little differently because the bed is a freaking mess because she and I slept down here yesterday because I spent the whole day playing games. So yeah, as you can see, the PS5 in the corner, Switch 2s over there as well. So, how's everybody been though? Like, I know there's a lot of shit going on in the universe, and this is gonna be your chance to have a little takeaway to where the shit it shouldn't be nearly as bad. So, have people been buying stuff, collecting? Because I took a break. As much as I definitely took some time away. I did not. I stopped collecting for a little bit. I stopped. It's not that I stopped 100%, but I put a pause on a few things. And I recently just got blessed because of the holidays, some gift cards and some coolness and, amazing things like this. My brother here supplying me with some cool figs. Even though I hate to tell him, it's not that I don't love Daredevil, but that Daredevil, they really need to fix it. The Marvel Legends Daredevil was just, Born Again needs to get refixed in the chest because it has no chest, torso crunch. He's a martial artist and I can't bend him to do like kicks or anything. It's annoying. But I love my Punisher and I haven't even opened Crystal Ball yet. So, but has anybody been doing anything like besides asking us? Because there's been a shit ton of movies.
How does this sound? Does this sound any better?
Way better.
Okay. So, I was using the tried and true Blue Yeti, and now I'm using a fine mic.
Use that one. That one's way better.
Fine.
You sound way better.
Then
I got rid of my Blue Yeti, man, and I got this. This was like 2 years ago, and this was the best damn purchase ever.
Also, I did not turn on the software for the Blue Yeti. That could have been part of the issue. But maybe. Who knows?
But yeah, see, even Rogue said it. He says it right there. He says it sounds way better. And I totally agree. It does.
So we will continue on using the Blue Yeti. Or sorry, not the Yeti, but my fine mic. Because it's so fine. So guys, this is just a test stream for us to kind of work out the bugs. It's been a while since we did a live stream. Been a minute. But of course, 2025, we're coming back. We're going to be talking. In fact, if Dre, I don't know if he covered this, join us every Saturday night.
Well, I said we're going to go over the format because it's going to be almost every Saturday because Dave and I both have lives, and because he wants to spend time with his wife, and I do have the wife and the kids where a lot of our free time is on the weekends because of school and work for both me and my wife and Lana. We have to make sure we all get together, and we usually do stuff on Saturday nights or Saturday afternoons. So we're gonna try to do it at least two Saturdays a month. Might be a third one. We'll see how that goes based on just this year's is an interesting year, not just for the movies, but not just for the world that's going on. And Dave and I talked about that too. We're going to try to do it at least guaranteed twice a month that you guys will get us on here. We're still going to cover a bunch of stuff like season 2. We're starting. This is kind of like the teaser behind the BTS of the Outer Dimensions. The behind the scenes.
Isn't there a boy band?
BTS is also a boy band, which is amazing, by the way. But
I'll take your word for it if you say
so. You listen, for you who's an audiophile, you should definitely be checking them out. Smooth like butter. That's one of their songs.
It's like butter.
But yeah, folks, we have a lot of cool things planned. I know Dave and I were talking about it while we were setting up about will the TV shows come back, about reviewing the old TV shows. Allison, I'm looking right at you. I never forgot. Dave did mention it that you and I do have to make a sad face, and we do have to bring up our sad Equalizer being canceled, and maybe we need to start a petition. It'll probably get lost with the other petitions going on for everything else in the world. But
he said a petition.
We may have to do something for that because I would love to see her come back. We have a lot of there's a lot of things different. I kind of because they were in the army, Rogue, so that's why, because they had to do their 3 years of military service, which is what South Korea makes you do. So that's why. But we do have a couple of things planned. I know Dave and I will be doing an Oscar. We will do something either right before the Oscars or it'll be prior. It'll probably be in the month. I think the Oscars are February this year, if I'm not mistaken, or early March. So we're going to schedule something for that. We do have a butt ton of movies coming out, which Dave and I would like to go see. We're not going to do a lot of the more current stuff because you guys like us covering a lot of the old stuff. But believe you me, as you can see here, I've been watching a lot of stuff now in 4K. My vision is not the way it used to be anymore, sad face. So I like to watch things now in 4K. So if it's a movie I really enjoy, I will be buying it in the higher definition so I can watch it. We're probably going to do that maybe after tax season and we catch up on bills. My wife did say we may get another TV for the living room. So that way we could have a bigger TV so we can watch more stuff out there as well. But we probably will be talking about a couple of movies like that are getting the 4K transition. We probably will do our talk about Avengers Doomsday. We definitely, I know the week Supergirl comes out. Dave and I will not be on that Saturday. We'll probably go, see that obviously on a Saturday because the wife and the kids want to go see it. Same with Spider-Man and same with Avengers Doomsday. So there are several films that are coming out this year that already have made our schedules because Dave and I go see those movies usually on the weekends. So it will probably be one of those, like we'll see the movie and either record something that night and get it out to y'all, or we'll record it afterwards and give you guys our reactions. But there's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of, and I think we're going to also, Dave, I mentioned it to Dave too, when he and I talked yesterday. I said, I want to do something a little bit more on television shows. I feel like there's a lot of good TV shows no one talks about. And kind of in this time away because of work and our schedules, I started watching some shows. I started watching The Mayfair Witches. I started catching up on a lot of AMC shows that were really, really good.
Is that to be confused with The Wayfarer, or is that something else?
No,
that's something else.
Yeah, that's something else. The Mayfair
Marketplace,
yeah, The Mayfair Witches is Alexandra Daddario. It's part of the whole Talamasca.
Roxanne watches it.
I know
of the show.
Yeah, I'm absolutely hooked on that whole universe, the Anne Rice universe. I absolutely love it. And if you guys like Interview with a Vampire, I had the first season of that as well. I'm finally had a chance to breathe, and that's kind of what this is. This is everything's real shitty right now. In all honesty, everything's real shitty, and we're trying to put at least a little bit of a smile and test like WWE.
No, that you Mr. Wonderful, I'm sorry. No, not that test. No,
not our boy Test. May he rest in peace. But I think that is something we may actually consider doing. Dave and I are huge wrestling fans. In the state of wrestling right now, there's a lot of movement, and there's been a lot of movement, and I think that we can do a couple of. I know that there's a lot of guys that are into the wrestling, yourself included. We would love to do something, maybe like on a Saturday. If there's not a event. I mean, we do have Royal Rumble next week in the Saudi show, so I'm looking forward to that. We have a lot of good shit coming down the pipe. So there are going to be a couple of things slightly different because it's going to be we may do pre-records for some of those things, like I said, with Supergirl or Spider-Man, or I guarantee I'll see Spider-Man twice. I know that I will.
Who?
And I would definitely say Avengers Doomsday is too big for me not to go see it at least twice, especially with being over the holidays and coming out on my 9-year anniversary with my wife. So I'm definitely going to go see that. Yeah, she loves me still. I haven't driven her crazy yet. Or maybe I have. That's why she stays.
Is it you or the life insurance?
No, she has better life insurance than I do through the school system. But we are doing well, Tony. We're finally kind of getting the wheels back beneath us. Like, I feel like we were kind of, if you were looking at us like a car, we were sitting in the driveway, and Dave and I were always like, man, we'll get to it, but life kind of kept getting in the way.
This Tony you don't know. He's actually a fellow Ghostbuster and 3D aficionado. I actually came across him through the Generation X-Wing podcast.
Nice. Well, it's a pleasure meeting
They usually hang out on Tuesdays, and I think also on sometimes on Thursdays at 10 p.m. So
look what Travis said. Travis just said it. He says, "Oh, we could chat for sure." My dude, I'm gonna push Dave. We'll probably end up, if we only do it twice a month, one of those shows will probably be a wrestling show. I'd like to try to do it before each one of the big shows. So like Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. I'd like to try to do it, especially now that we're seeing retirement for several big names. This year alone, AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar, and officially, as I read it today, Edge, Adam Copeland, Cope in AEW is going to be finishing his career in Toronto in either, I think it's November or December of this year will be his last year wrestling. So we got to, man. We were doing a test to kind of get the mics working. Yeah. I had to reconnect up I got a new desk for Christmas, so it's a larger L-shaped desk. So I didn't need you guys to see the work computer, but I was trying to get all this stuff. I probably will have something on the background playing here, either the PS5 or something.
You're right back.
So you guys will have something to see here. So it's just a black screen. As you can see, I got a new headset too. Again, love Christmas gifts. I got a new purple headset. This is not my work one. My work one's a red one. This is my play one. We'll probably do some wrestling talk. We'll definitely do. I'm trying to stay away from figure talk because I don't think toys is where it's at for us. Do I think Cope will make a full year? Will make the full year? To be honest, if Percy Jackson, which has actually been a really good show this second season, he's only been like in 2 episodes for like briefly because he's the God of War Ares. If you guys have not watched the Percy Jackson show, thank you, Tony. I think he will. If he doesn't get injured, they're gonna either let him do what Sting did, retire as a tag team champion with Christian, because that's kind of been the push, is that Christian and him would reunite. And then I know Wrestle Dream is going to be in Toronto this year, so that would make sense that they're going to try to push, something like that. But again, we'll see. I don't want to put the cart before the horse. He's 52 years old. Jericho's coming back. They just got Will Hobbs, or he's going to go under the name Hobbs in WWE. He just got hired this week. David Finlay, former Bullet Club leader in New Japan, just became a free agency as of, I think, 2 weeks ago after, Wrestle Kingdom. Tanahashi retired this year. You got, I forgot who, there was another female that was on, another female wrestler that just got on the free agency list. There's a ton of free agency, so WWE spent a little bit of their money. I know Orton.
As they should.
And I know Orton said he's retiring in 2028.
He might push out maybe another year after that.
I don't think so. He's 40. He had his neck fused. Chad Gable's just coming back from a neck fusion and some injuries.
Chad Gable.
Grande Americano just lost his number 1 contendership at the AAA Mega Campeonato. It's now El Hijo del Vikingo, with Omos, of all things, Omos helped him. I don't understand. Omos did really good over in Japan, and then he comes here. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. So I expect us to maybe do a Rumble preview.
You
And
must be talking about Dre. He's his nice headsets.
oh yeah, I showed up my headset.
This is a busted up, worn away.
So this is
Friggin-
this is the Steel Series. This was
freaking
my
Logitech.
wife. My wife
This is
bought this
cheapo
for
Logitech here.
Target. This is like $150 headset, and around Christmas, my wife was like, "You want to get a new headset?" I said yes. So she found this at Target for like $80, and she got
What
it.
does everybody want? What does everybody need? Headsets.
Oh, I was about to say, head is always.
Yeah.
I mean, this is after hours and it's a test stream.
You know.
But yeah, there's a lot of what was it? I hope WWE does more. I've oh god, let's just put it this way. There's so many matches and things with Nick Khan and Triple H about the four match cards. Right now, you have a bunch of people injured. You got Dominic out. You got Stephanie Becker? She's got a busted up ankle. I think you need to send, if it's me fantasy booking it, Liv Morgan should go to SmackDown, take the belt off of Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill should go to NXT. Let her ass learn to fucking promo. Let her ass learn to wrestle. And I mean,
Jade.
she's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman, but she cannot.
Beauty is not everything.
Exactly. She can't cut a promo. She can't wrestle. She looks the part, but doesn't have the thing. Oba Femi's coming up now. You're going to have Will Hobbs hit to SmackDown. You got NXT just lost a bunch of talent to the main roster. Trick Williams. I mean, whoop that trick. I mean, I'm hoping because they're having all this talent influx that we're going to see, some good stuff. And we need to get more people that are into wrestling to talk about it, because I've seen a lot of these YouTube channels that talk about it and they suck. There are these guys that are so dry and deadpan. They're like, I love Rey Mysterio. Triple A is boring. Well, it's boring because Undertaker's booking it.
See, I did a short similar to that.
Fucking Matt Cardona, exactly.
Where
Matt Cardona. Sorry.
I did a short about people who are just like, they're very kind of, there's no enthusiasm. There's no energy. I mean, if you want to grab people in and you want people to sub to your channel, or you want people to keep tuning into your content, you got to have some kind of energy going on. You can't just be like, oh, well, there's this, there's that. Oh, I mean, you don't want to listen to a drone. You want to hear someone's enthusiasm. You want to hear their energy. I mean, when it comes to wrestling, maybe that's where some of my thoughts aren't originating from, is because of wrestling. Think about Ric Flair. Characters that are larger in life, not the greatest wrestlers currently, because, well, the guy's old as dirt. He gets paper cut and you get dust all over the table. But I mean, you got to have energy. You got to have enthusiasm. You got to be your own hype person when it comes to your content creating.
He said it right. You got to look at
charisma.
Let's look at the new word, because I heard Jim Cornette use it today. I was watching Dark Side of the Ring episodes, and Cornette used it, and I love it. It's aura. You look at Oba Femi. Oba Femi is a larger than life character that WWE knew that you could not have him beat for the NXT title. And what did you do?
Storms out there.
Oh God, yeah. And then look at what happened with Oba Femi. You get a guy that literally puts the NXT title at the end of a live show on TV in the middle of the ring. Like, he never was beat for it. And I'm like, you know what? Respect. That's how good this guy is. You have guys like Trick Williams. My brother-in-law hates NXT. He literally told me last night, he's like, Dre, I can't hate NXT no more. And I was like, why? He's like, because Booker T made Trick Williams for me. I said, whoop that trick. Uh-huh. And I'm like, Booker T does it. He just has that energy. He knows how to get me interested, and it's worth it. So we got, like I said, like you see a lot of talent come up. Let's hope that we don't see a deficit.
Tony, we'll never hold anything against you because you're from Ontario.
Hey,
Hey.
Edge and Christian are from that area.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not gonna. I love them both. So hey,
I mean, you got but also Toronto. You got the most beautiful wrestler.
are you talking about Maurice?
No. Come on,
Female wrestler?
think
Man.
of the blondes from our Attitude Era.
Oh, Trish Stratus? Oh,
Yes,
she's still fine as hell, though. I ain't gonna lie, she's still fine
See?
as hell.
exactly, man.
But I mean, there's a lot of talent right now. There's a lot of moves that
knows.
need to be
See?
made. Exactly. Well, he had to get me thinking because I'm thinking of Tiffany Stratton. I'm thinking Liv Morgan.
No.
I'm thinking,
I mean,
Raquel-
Toronto. I said Toronto,
I know, but that's
Yeah.
I'm thinking of all the women I like currently on the roster. Like you know,
which that's only like 2 hours from me.
I mean, you know, but there's a
Sure.
lot. There's a lot of positive, and on top of that, I think Dave and I are going
More
to do a
left.
little bit more. Also, just so we bring it back out of the wrestling talk for a second. I think we kind of I want to do more of things like this because I feel like the Outer Dimensions, the old movies dry up after a while. Like there's a lot of things. Like there's a movie I think Dave and I will discuss about doing kind of like remakes that should not have been done.
You
Like-
know her high school? He says, I know her HS high school. Her what's HS? Is that high school? Little clarification, please.
I mean, hey, if he knows her high school, cool.
He says, yeah. Okay.
But I can tell you,
know her from high school because that's an even better story if you know.
I would have tried to date her. I would have done everything I could to be her friends, slide into them DMs. I would have slid into them DMs.
Yeah, but see, back then there wasn't DMs. It was the DMs or the denims. So
No, yes, it was. No, the
DMs.
DMs when we were coming up would have been like,
MySpace.
Give me your number. Yeah, let me
No,
get your MySpace.
MySpace was after we got out of high school.
Yeah, that was college. That was more for college.
We had IMs in the AOL chat room.
Yeah, let me get your instant messenger name. That was or let me get your ICQ number. That was Lord, folks. We're totally dating ourselves right here.
Lordy.
If my team was awake right now, she would have been like, "What's ICQ?" Oh, Lord.
What's a chat room?
I know. What's a chat? What's MRIC chat? Yeah, we're dating ourselves right there. But yeah,
yes. I mean, yeah. Basically, what Dre is getting to is, in the past, Outer Dimension has been talking about TV shows, talking about movies. We are punching a hole through the universe because of you guys. One of the big things that we have done in the past, and I've talked about plenty of times, is my String for the Cure for Ride for Roswell.
Mhm.
And I said in a recent video, you guys have always helped us out, and literally last year punched a hole in the universe thanks to you guys. And that's what Dre and I are going to try and do. We're going to try, we're going to be doing the same stuff, but we're going to be expanding it. We want to punch a hole in the universe. We want to make this channel, and when we're just the podcast itself, we want to make it have no limits, as it were. We want to talk about anything and everything. We want to have you guys on as guests, the schedule's permitting. I mean, we started to do a lot more guests last year, but like Dre said, life happens, you get stuff going on,
And that kind of
shit happens, and who you going to call?
But see, that became our identity, though. And I felt like that kind of took away. And it's no offense, I absolutely love Allison, Brick, Thanos, and everybody, like Ed, everybody that came on that we had, even repeat, like pretty much Brick became. Put it this way: Allison and Brick became regulars.
Yes.
Like they became co-hosts, like guest co-hosts. Think of it like the Daily Show. That we could have stepped out, and you could have had them fill in.
Brick had his own logo.
Exactly.
He had a logo with us right up there.
Brick is still Brick. If you watch this, you're still a part of it.
We,
So don't even think.
we
don't
still
get it
have you
twisted.
loaded in here.
Exactly. So it's not gonna ever like kind of go away. Like we're gonna tweak the scheduling and tweak how we do things because there's a lot
We
of
want to
things
get it
that
goes what in a few different parts, you know?
and exactly. And the thing is, it's like I hate how the algorithm as to because no offense, the algorithm doesn't put anything in anybody's face anymore. I want us, because Dave and I, we both have, as you can see on the back shelves, somewhat similar but hugely wildly different things that we collect. And on top of that, that reflects our interests. I'm a big time fan. Dave is not. He likes to play, but he's not like me. We're both, one of our big passions is movies, why we built this channel. But as I've kind of taken the time away and seen it, we have our private channel, like things that we want to do, and it's kind of like our testing ground. But this is more, let's have fun. Let's talk about wrestling, where I don't have to make a separate channel, build a membership, we got to build a whole thing up for it. No, we got the Outer Dimension people. The people that don't like it, don't want to watch it, don't watch it. We don't give a shit. But when we actually talk movies, and guess what? A lot of people that talk movies love wrestling, love sports, love toys. We're not going to.
We even talked about wrestling movies or movies with wrestlers before.
We've done that. Go back and watch it. It's in our catalog. We're going to be covering a lot of stuff. Like, I know there's a lot of people already, just by me talking about what's coming out this year. There's a huge influx of other movies I didn't mention that I want to see. Dave and I talk about them all the time to each other. There's a lot of stuff that we want to still cover that was, stuff from season 1.
This is what we're going to be doing this Saturday. We're going to be talking what our top 3 picks plus an honorable mention of 2025 are going to be. And I think some of you guys will be, you might have an idea of what we're going to say, but you might have we might throw you for a loop on one or two, but we'll.
I don't think we'll be throwing it for much of a loop, but I think more you'll be surprised, because I will say one of his picks is the pick, I think, solely because, and I will say it, of the 5-year-old and the 16-year-old upstairs made me watch this, and I have wildly become a fan.
And I eventually came around and
I had to, much like the Borg, it's assimilate Dave into the collective. And now my wife is, let's just put it this way. I am wildly a fan of this, and I'm going to say that if you will understand more about it when we actually talk about it.
It's a fun movie. I mean, that when it comes down to it, it's fun. It's a cool story, and parts of it are very catchy without giving away too much.
Let's just put it this way. I'm gonna tell you now. You guys go Google the #1 song in the world.
You're giving it away now. You're giving it away.
I know, but they can prepare.
I'm just
understand that the #1 song in the world. Are we going to talk TV? That is something Dave and I have been tinkering with, and I think we're going to finally pull the trigger on it.
I'm going to, Tony, you should rephrase that question. Are we going to talk streaming shows? Because let's be honest, broadcast TV, everything is streams now, anyways. And from this guy's perspective, I don't watch TV. Everything is streaming. Me and the wife, we cut the cord from our cable services a couple of years ago. So, the question is, are we going to be covering streaming shows? Yes. And Dre and I are definitely going to be talking about a certain streaming show that just premiered this past week.
Well, not to mention the stuff that I saw. There's a few shows that I've seen recently that are, I think, really good. I would like to bring in the anime crew and talk anime. Oh yeah, most definitely Trek. But I think we have I just saw it came out today, and I totally forgot. I thought it was in March for some reason. But we have the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which I'm absolutely psyched for because I love Game of Thrones. Rookie's back for its 8th season, and it's 2 episodes in. I
haven't watched it for a few years, and I'm actually binging it right now.
Nice.
So, I started all over from scratch. I'm in season 4, middle of season 4 right now. The bomber episode. Nice. That was like the side kind of backdoor pilot for a spinoff, but that spinoff didn't last too long.
It only lasted.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. Niecy Nash
Yep. And
But
she's
they-
hilarious. She's great.
She's great. And then there's I think the Hunting Party, which I watched through. I'd love to talk about that show. A lot of these
Kelsey
are
Grammer.
he's gonna play like the new serial David Koresh. Like he's like the cult leader. I'm so looking forward to this season. I haven't watched it yet. I have the
Well,
episodes downloaded, so I have to watch them.
I saw some trailers for that. The thing that gets me is like I'm getting kind of a James Spader Blacklist kind of vibe off of him.
Nothing.
That he's going to be a dark person. So
Nothing's locked behind Paramount Plus for us because we have our ways. The Dimension has ways of cracking through the walls. So
I'm actually paying for Paramount right now, but
Dre does not pay for Paramount Plus. Like right now we pay. For
I have to look at
Netflix
options
and
because they're increasing the price for Paramount Plus. I don't have the fully unlocked Paramount Plus. There's stuff that I can't access on Paramount because I'm doing it through Amazon. Because I'm trying to pay as little as possible.
I do have Prime. that actually. So like the wife and I pay for Prime, Netflix. Uncle Dave blessed his nieces with Disney, so the girls watch Disney, and my brother and I both pay for Crunchyroll. So I watch Crunchyroll for anime. So share your ways. I can, but then if I get doxxed, I would end up getting in trouble. We'll just say that wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you message me on Instagram privately, I can tell you what I do and what I know. So
and Tony, you can find him as Dre the Geek Dad on Instagram. Yeah. Or is it Dre the Collector Safe Space?
No, it's Dre the Geek Dad. It's
okay.
The Collector Safe Space is no more. It's not saying it's no more. It's just that's not the name I use for it. I go by Dre the Geek Dad, and then if you guys are looking for me, I do have a TikTok that's under the same thing. I don't really use it. My coworkers like to use it, so a lot of the people I work with, they have TikTok, so I follow them. I have the YouTube channel, which has kind of been radio silent purposely, because like I said, I took a little bit of a social media break. So I know, and let me see. Yeah, Netflix, Prime, Disney. I think, and people we don't watch cable. I mean, I watch a lot of movies. Like, what was it? I just recently sat and rewatched. Actually, before I talk about what I rewatched, I will say this because I think people are not going to Walmart. If you go to your Walmart, because it's probably the only place you're going to find Blu-rays at in the stores, you can get this.
I saw they have like this. They got this right now because I was at Walmart today. They had a whole end cap full of like basically like classic movies. Like Dre has 2001, but they were like all horror Valentine themed. There's the one Legend. They're all Blu-rays ranging from like maybe $9 to maybe $24 on multiple movies
for me,
including they had the entire series of Lucifer for $49.95 on Blu-ray. They had all 8 of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies in one collection for like $25, maybe $29. Those are pretty. I mean, they weren't DVD; they were actually Blu-ray. They had the They had it 1 and Chapter 2 as a collection. They had Legend, like Dre just held up. They got a bunch of movies, and if you're into physical media, and Dre is a big proponent of physical media. I mean, you never know if a movie leaves a streaming service. Now you have to find the next streaming service that's going to, unless you actually, get the hard copies. What if your internet goes down? You can still pop those movies into your Blu-ray player or your PS5 or whatever you're using, and you can rock those movies. Tony is all for. I think he meant physical. He put fiscal.
Not fiscal. Physical media, yeah, I'm all about it. Like Amazon, when they put the pre-orders up, I try to snatch them. Like that's the 4K Fantastic Four Steelbook. This was the Ballerina 4K Steelbook. So
I bet you don't have the Steelbook.
That can go Shazam, the bottom of the ocean. I did miss the Predator Badlands one. I don't think
I almost bought was it the 20th or 25th anniversary of Dogma? They had one copy today at Walmart. Almost bought it. I already have the original. I have the original, but I feel like, hey, with the extras and get the Blu-ray instead of the other one. I thought that was something good.
Still waiting for Badlands to get its 4K. Oh, and they put it up. I'm so glad I came online.
Oh, speaking of Dogma, I saw a funny clip today.
I do need that too.
What?
The Dogma.
Dogma. There was a funny clip about Matt Damon in character. He says, a lot of people ask me, what happened to Loki? And he goes on, he says, actually, I didn't go to hell. And I didn't exactly go to heaven. I got sent back to Earth. A bunch of fishermen found me. Basically, he's, born.
Yes, talk about Matt.
That Loki was reborn as Born Identity. I was like, okay, I'll give you that laugh. That was good. That was creative.
All right, so Predator Badlands did not get a 4K steelbook, which I'm a little surprised.
Really?
About. Yep. Amazon has just got the regular 4K, so I'm getting that one.
Wasn't that special?
That sucks. I kind of was hoping because everybody knows Amazon's usually the first place that'll get a steelbook unless it's released somewhere else. Walmart or Target. Well, Target doesn't do physical media anymore. Barnes and Nobles doesn't really carry any movies. I've been to like 2 that still have those sections and they don't have anything in them. So if you're lucky to go to Best Buy and Best Buys don't even carry physical media anymore. But if you happen to go, I think on their website, sometimes they.
You said that they don't have a steelbook?
Yeah, I looked.
Okay, let me do this real quick. What if I do a little magic trick for Dre? We'll do a little magic trick for my friend.
I'll tell you, because if you found it, then I'm gonna have to be going to cancel the 4K pre-order I just did, and then I can go pre-order the steelbook because that movie is actually one I would like to own.
There we go.
That's not the 4K.
That's
just the UHD. There's no.
Well, I asked. You said there's no steelbook. Here's the UHD.
Yeah, so. That's the one I pre-ordered, but it's like, it's not. They didn't call it a steelbook.
Okay.
Even though I pre-ordered that one because that's the one.
That's what it says steelbook. So that's what I figured.
I know. That's why I don't understand. Like when I pre-ordered it, it says plus steelbook, and then when I went to it's currently unavailable. And that's the collector's edition, they're calling it. The regular edition that comes out the same day that's how I know. So, wah. I did get the Tron Ares. I didn't buy the Tron Ares 4K book. Is there a 4K and a Blu-ray for what? For Predator? Yeah, they always do 4K and Blu-ray. They usually, when you get a 4K UHD, you have to be very careful and read the box. Because some of them, if you're paying $40, you're going to get all 3. You're going to get digital code, 4K, and then usually the UHD 4K movie. Sometimes they'll give you another disc in there with like the extras. The other things you have to look at is if you get the Blu-ray, if it's just the Blu-ray and a digital code, sometimes they'll give you the Blu-ray and a DVD. That's getting a lot less because people have PlayStations, Xboxes, that can play those things. So I do notice that DVD is a little bit less common for more newer films, especially since newer films are filmed in a higher resolution. So it's actually you'd be taking a huge downgrade to them. And I don't think that that's actually like a good thing. So I'm looking for movies. Dave always gets my codes. I always hand him the codes because he doesn't like physical media as much as I do.
Well, it's not that I don't like it. It's just that, it can be kind of expensive.
Well, you also, like I said, with your hobby, the hobby of collecting is very different. You like to get props. Like you went and got the Ghostbusters. You got your Ghostbusters like packs. You got your Ecto-1. Those are things that I'm not interested in. So where I don't shop like that, I'll buy physical media. So I'll go pick up Blu-rays, especially of like Legend. I mean, Legend, it was $8. I spent $15. What would cost me for one freaking movie ticket? I got 2 damn good movies, one of which I never fully sat through.
Which is
2001.
oh,
Because I was way too little when that movie came out. I'm a bit of a Stanley Kubrick fan.
okay, Dave.
You know, you buy the stuff you work on.
It might make you a technophobe.
What makes me a technophobe? Oh, that
2001 because of how-
I've heard, but I've seen movies like they've made like remakes of it with like Remember Kevin Spacey voiced an AI where like the AI was like, "I can't let you do that," and everybody was like, "Oh, it's a spin-off. It's a rip-off of like Kubrick." You know, I've seen a lot of films like that. I've done a lot of those things that I enjoy. So, you know, I'm looking forward to kind of covering some of those films. We might do a couple of Blu-ray talks here because there's a lot of stuff that is getting comes out for Blu-ray.
We might do. Yeah, you didn't know that, by the way.
Well, that's awesome. That's cool to find out. Hey, I'm glad to have a new friend.
Well, you got to realize Canada. A lot of shows are made up there. There's a lot of makers up there who do effects, who do props, who do just about anything and everything out there. So,
hey, man, Tony, I don't see that. I don't see you sending me any messages. So I can tell you what you want. You can just follow me, so I can get you. I get you that information on what I do. But yeah, like there's a stack of movies I finally got to catch up on. I'm actually catching up on comic books. Where is it at? I just got my wife got this for me. I'm a huge fan of Jeff Lemire. If you guys are not a fan of him, he did Fishbones recently. That was last year. He's the co-creator for Something's Killing the Children, which is going to become a TV show. So DC grabbed him and have him work on Absolute Flash, which is their kind of take on a different universes, or kind of a new spin on the Flash mythology. It is dark, it is dirty, it is awesome, and it's very up Lemire's alley because that's kind of how he writes. And if you guys are into that sort of stuff, check it out.
because I don't know if Tony's actually on IG, because I actually did
Facebook.
message. Well, well, if you calm down, don't get your dome in a knot there. Because no, what I did was I copied and pasted your Instagram page to his Facebook Messenger. So
he can send me. He can friend me on Facebook. I don't care. I'm not hiding nothing.
But see, if you're taking social media breaks, though.
Well, Facebook, I keep in contact because of my aunt, my cousins, the wife. She sends me memes every day on there. Roxanne, I talk to on there as well.
Yeah.
So if you are looking for me, you can find me under Dave's. Just look under, instead of Dre, look for Andre, and you can find me. You'll see my bald head, and I think you'll see.
Yeah.
I think my current Facebook picture is me and Peanut. You'll see me and my littlest one. That should be where I should be there. I don't know.
And who knows? Maybe we'll do an episode where we'll invite Tony on, and he can talk about some of the projects that he's worked on.
Why not?
If he's open to that. See, there you go.
Dad, no problem. I saw the IG message, so I'm presuming that's you. I just saw IG flash on my iPhone. So, but yeah, we're not gonna. I think Dave and I both mutually have agreed on this, and if we haven't, we'll definitely say it now. We're not going to talk about toys. Like, this is not a toy channel. I know a lot of our friends are toy collectors, and we do mention toys, but we're going to be talking about like them briefly in the mention of a movie. We're not going to sit here and focus on, oh my God, look at this toy line. That's not. There's other YouTubers that do that sort of stuff. That's cool. I've seen a very negative kind of connotation to channels where it almost feels like they're selling you on collecting. And I get that the economy sucks right now. A lot of people can't afford to go collect because the prices are too high. So we're not going to
The only collecting we're going to be talking about are maybe memories of our movies and TV shows that we loved.
And hey, if you do want to buy a Blu-ray, hey, that's up to you. I like physical media. It's like I said, that's something we will talk about because it's relevant to the channel. So we will throw those recommendations out. We will say, hey, I'm looking at this or I'm looking at that. I like Dave knows, I go to Walmart every Tuesday just to see what new Blu-rays have come out. Nothing came out this past week. Thank goodness. Hopefully this week we have something else. I know Badlands comes out on the 17th, but I'll have that via Amazon. I'm trying to think. I mean, honestly, I've been reading a lot more online than anything else. So, again, if you guys are interested in topics, message Dave or I, and Dave and I talk about this stuff, and we try not to be very single-minded. We try not to say, well, what do we like and what are we going to talk about? We do try to branch into things that we don't have a knowledge of or we have a full interest of, just to kind of keep people,
or like sometimes there's things that I'm not fully versed in that Dre is, and vice versa.
Like, I think the one thing we had a fair amount of people love us talking about was Kaiju and Sentai, Super Sentai. And Super Sentai took a very big hit last year. We had a lot of allegations hit, not America, because I could care less about American Sentai. There's channels that talk about that shit. I don't talk about that. I talk about the Japanese stuff where the originators are and where it's good. And sadly, a lot of allegations came out about a couple of the actors, and it did delay the TV shows past Golden Week in Japan. So we ended up having a lot of issues with that. So I know that Sentai took a hit, but I think it's kind of kicked back. There's a lot of good. I got Dave to watch an anime about Kamen Rider, which I thought was really cool. There's a lot of anime that I think a lot of people are going to start watching now. I think Dave would be interested in a few of them, like Sentenced to Be a Hero. I think is probably one of the best new anime out there. I just started watching. What was it? The second season after almost 3 years waiting for Jigoku Raku or Hell's Paradise. What was it? We just had My Hero Academia finish its run, and now the second season of Vigilante.
Tony's asking which Kamen Rider.
The Kamen Rider. So it's Tojiro Wants to Be Kamen Rider. It's got a long drawn out Japanese name. I can tell you, I know how to pronounce it, so I will look it up. It's a very good show. I've absolutely fallen in love with it. I told Dave. So it's Tojima Tanzubaru wa Kamen Rider ni Naritai, which means Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. And basically, it's a guy who grew up a fan of Kamen Rider. And he was always hoping the day would come, and he's like 40, that he would run into like the big bad of this. And he ends up finding other people that are equally in different.
Is this it, Dre? Is that it?
Yes. Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. That's what I told you.
Oh, Tony, never apologize, because one, we will ramble on different topics from left and right and left and up and down, all different kinds. So we will diverge.
So this is something I know that we'll probably bring Brick to talk about this, because I know Brick is a huge anime fan. Probably get Thanos to come on that episode as well, because like I said, this is just one, and this started around October of last year, and I told Dave to watch it. I gave him the first 3 episodes. And it is definitely very funny, but it rings near and dear to our hearts, because Dave and I both have, like, I buy Sentai props. So like I have the Rider belts. I have the Morphers from Japan. Like I buy
sub or dub.
Oh, sub only. Dubs are for losers.
Excuse me.
Watashi no namae wa watashi no Nihonjin in my soul. I'm a Japanese person.
See,
I
one of
Japanese.
Dre's many nicknames, Tony, is also the Sentai Sensei,
Yes.
which he was given that name by someone.
Dave actually.
Just saying. Just saying.
I was gonna. Okay, so at one point there was a time that the Dre was gonna be making a separate channel that was gonna just be all Sentai stuff to rival the interest level, because I was not very interested in people talking about the community and using something that I have loved for 35 years in a negative way. So I then opted not to go that route and just to use this platform.
See, Tony can't read that fast. I'm with you, Tony.
And it's okay. There's, you know, I speak 3 languages, so to me, I'll watch anime. I don't speak Chinese, and there's a lot of donghua, which is Chinese anime, that are like fire.
Listen, I speak a lot of languages. I speak American. I speak geek. I speak hood. I speak Roxanne, and I speak Dre. That's 5 different languages right there, man.
The fact that he said he speaks American, folks, that just it gives me a headache to the idiots I have to avoid on social media. I love him. He's an.
You want me to talk like one of those idiots on
oh no, I'm glad you don't, because I would not be.
Because if you want this to be a dumpster fire, I mean, we can do that as a weekly show.
No, we wouldn't do that. We wouldn't.
We ain't gonna say no names.
We could do that, and we could totally ruin our fan base and get ousted out. But we're not like that.
No.
In all honesty, though, one of the
because we actually go by our actual names.
I know.
Hot take. If you know, you know.
We have to watch it. We don't want to get doxxed, because that person may go out and dox both. Well, he doesn't have my address now because I moved from where we lived, but we don't want him to get on here because then he'll start feeling some kind of way. In any event, we might bring up, like I said, we're going to try to bring up some interesting things that I got to give Dave at least a week. And that's why I said it's every other week, because I need Dave to do his homework. And if I have to do homework too, we have to be able to, I can't just have Dave say we're going to have an anime talk, and then Dave doesn't have the anime episodes to watch.
Yeah.
So I have to give him a little bit of
time to access them and then watch them. And of course, I have different hours of the week. During the weekdays, Dre is usually working a late shift, at least for the time being.
I'll still be working a late shift. It'll either be 11 or midnight Eastern Standard Time. That's till, I should say till. So I start in the afternoon and I work till 11 or midnight. But I'm off this Monday because of the holiday. Well, we try. Well, yeah, we're off for the holidays tomorrow. My department's not open on any of the holidays. So.
My job is open tomorrow, but I'm off for other reasons.
The wife's off tomorrow. Lana's off from school, and I'm off from work. So all 3 of us get to be home. So it's gonna be
poor children.
No, they all, everybody does their own thing in the house. It's kind of funny. If you have anybody that has wife and kids, even if you have a wife or a husband or significant other, partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, sometimes it's, as much as we love them, we all want to have our space. This is mine. The wife has complete upstairs. I was like, honey, I love you. Our bedroom upstairs, we got her a nice bookshelf. She has all her books upstairs. She has a desk to work from. Here, I work downstairs. I have this lovely, lovely space. I have my toys. I have everything I need. Peanut takes over the space because that's what she does. And, Lana has her room. Peanut has her room. So everybody kind of knows what we gravitate to the living room when we want to. We have our family time, and then we have our spaces. And I did that purposefully because sometimes you need it. Sometimes you do. I have the kids. I just have
cats.
I technically have 3. My son doesn't live with me. He lives with his mother and his stepdad in New York. So I have a son that's 20, going to be 21. Lord help me. I have a 16-year-old that'll be 17 this December, and a 5-year-old that'll be 6 this June. So I'm the one with the kitties. Hey, Peanut,
Steve.
come here. Come. Want to say hi, Uncle Dave?
Yeah.
Come. Come.
I just want to.
Get over here, you. I want to
I
get you.
don't want to.
Oh, you don't want to now? Burp.
Can I have some potato chips?
In a little bit. I don't have any. I have some on the fridge. That's right. You saw them. As you can hear, she's the one that she gets moody. Sometimes she'll come in here and want to be all on the mic, and then sometimes she won't.
Yep.
She's been a little bit. We think she's under the weather because she's not. She's been very out of character the last couple of days. I went through a divorce a long time ago, and it took a long time for me to get those papers, and I finally was glad. And then I got
And then he was free at last. Free at last.
And then I got this beautiful woman upstairs that I am truly blessed that tolerates me and is good to me and is giving me.
Yeah, she tolerates you.
Yeah, you know she does. You've heard her in the background for years now. She tolerates me.
Tony says, "Yay for June B days."
That's only one. Peanut is the June B day. She's June, right at the end of the month. She's June 30th. My
And
sister
then Dre is July. So
I'm
if anyone
July.
wants to send birthday cards to Dre the Geek Dad, follow him on IG or email at the Outer Dimensions Podcast at gmail.com, and we can forward them on to Dre.
I take all that stuff. Dave is also in October. He doesn't like to
Yes.
talk about his birthday because he doesn't celebrate his birthday. But me
Nope.
and Roxanne, we celebrate it for him, and his
I'm-
nieces down here do too.
I am in October. I am just filled with Halloween because Halloween should be every day of the week. It really should be, but hey. Tony's in June as well.
Yeah, my sister's June 18th, Peanut's June 30th, and this year we're doing. I don't know what we're doing this year. I have to figure it out because we do something big every year for Peanut's birthday. She wants to go back to the beach. She has made a request, so we may.
I thought she wanted GalaxyCon.
Oh no, that's Papa. Papa wants that. Nice. My aunt is Christmas Day. That's the crazy part. One of my aunts that lives here, she was born on Christmas Day. My cousin is December 31st, New Year's Eve. That is hilarious to have people that have those birthdays. My son is October 20th. Yeah, we went to the beach. We had a great time. I sent Dave a ton of pictures. It was a lot of fun. The kids had probably more fun than I think I did. So I would like to go back.
Yeah, Dre's in a warmer climate than me. He's down in the
Not
Carolinas.
today. Fuck out of here. It's cold as hell.
Do you want me to send the snow that's outside my window?
No, we actually
Okay,
could not
then.
be. Dude, I went out to my car. Okay, quick story, folks. I had to go pick up my teen that was at one of her friend's houses for her birthday, right? My wife's like, hey, I'm going to go to bed. I'll stay with the little one. I was like, okay. I go out to my car, and there's tons of fog because it's like North Carolina wants to stay warm, but then the damnedest thing is the weather doesn't want to commit to it, so it stays bitter ass cold. And I, for the life of me, was like, all right, I'm going to have everything good. I go to my car, and you just see about an inch of frost formed on that. And I said, oh, shit. And then my teen tells me, she goes, hey, I think it's going to rain or it's going to snow. I said, oh, Lord, no, we don't need that. Because then everything shuts down.
You tell her it's a 4-letter word.
Oh, no, she knows.
Rain,
Oklahoma.
hail, and snow. They're all 4-letter words.
Well, you're what? Oklahoma is about like an 8-hour drive for me. I mean, that's like a 12-hour drive to the beach. It's worth it. We got 3 beaches near us. I have South Carolina, North Carolina, and then I got Virginia.
Okay, right now it is a balmy 37 degrees in Oklahoma.
Yeah, he's got the same
Winds at
temperature.
4 miles per hour. In fact, looks like 35 tomorrow, and then
That's
between
what it is down
Tuesday
here.
and Wednesday, he's going to be in the 50s. So that's not too bad.
If you guys want to know, North Carolina, Charlotte, that's what we have. 30 degrees.
Do I need to? Okay, here we go. 21 degrees right now, guys. Grand Island, New York. Be right between Buffalo and Niagara Falls.
Oh, man. So if you guys are
And
wondering.
Dre, take a look at that. That's the
That-
icon for snow.
I know.
The icon for snow.
I don't want it.
See, right there.
Yeah, my brother was telling me that.
We
Because my
have a
brother lives in
snow
the-
advisory for the next several days, in fact.
Well, you have Canada breathing down your neck. No offense to Canadians. I love Canada.
We have Canada, we have Lake Ontario between us and Canada, and we also have Lake Erie between us and Ohio. So we can get it from both angles at the same time. You
Yes.
get backed up in that corner.
Where I'm happy. I'm happy. The weather right
4
here.
feet
now
of
is-
snow right now, and more coming tonight. See,
Tony, my heart goes out
he's
to
in
you. Man.
Ontario. See, you see, he says -9, but that's like, is that going to be Fahrenheit or Celsius?
That's Fahrenheit. -9. But there also might be a couple of convention things because I do know Dave and I are probably going to try to. I did make a plan, and the reason why Dave mentioned GalaxyCon is because I don't go for the toys. I don't go for the comics or the anime stuff. I go specifically for the meet and greet. And at GalaxyCon this year, they're going to have Danny Glover.
He's getting too old for this shit.
I need to go meet him. So I have to go and meet him. Oh, yeah, Jacksonville's not that far from me. It's about like a two-hour drive. Yeah, it's cold as hell. I would not doubt that my wife is going to have a 2-hour delay on Tuesday for school because I can guarantee if it's cold as it's saying it's still going to be for us, I bet you it's going to be cold enough that we're not going to have. It's not warming up. Like my house is 75 degrees, but the first floor, it feels freezing. Like we're in like I'm in socks and Under Armour. Yeah, so Dave's showing you who's going to be at GalaxyCon. Vincent D'Onofrio, obviously, I want to meet him. I told Dave.
Kazurinsky,
I told him about
Goldthwait.
that. I told him I was tempted, but D'Onofrio, Terry Farrell, because I'm a huge Trekker, got to meet that. She was one of my crushes.
Armin Shimmerman.
Armin Shimmerman, another one, and Danny Glover, dude. I have to meet him.
Too
Like,
old for this shit.
That's
What about Tony though?
Not really. I'm not that big of more Swallow, Emily Swallow. I might want to meet because of the Mandalorian.
Well, I was thinking Tawny because of Lower Decks.
I might.
I mean, she's Mariner.
I know. I might. It depends on. I want to see like a lot of.
Greer.
So right now the prices are a little bit more than I'm comfortable with. To be very honest, I like, and it's. I know GalaxyCon is charging more because they mark up, especially for someone like Danny Glover, and he's not having like an individual table. From what they said, because I did go on their
That
Facebook.
doesn't look too bad pricing. That's
It's
terrible,
not, but you got to remember if my wife
but they also, I know that the console also add additional fees on the stuff too. So
they tax it, so it's like I'm paying because you have to buy everything through their service. So like GalaxyCon has like Eventbrite, I think is a service. So you got to buy. You pay $200 plus the event fee plus the taxes. So what would be like a $200 fee is actually really going to be like $200.
yeah, so let's just for craps and laughs, I'm just going to click on this here.
Or Eventry, sorry.
90, yeah. So it's instead of like 80, it's like 93.37, non-refundable too.
Yeah,
Right.
that's where see that's and they don't let you pay for it
$2.
there.
Yeah,
You have to pay for these in advance.
Yeah.
So that's what sucked, because a lot of people they didn't have this issue when I met Marina Sideris, and that's a picture I have on the wall. When I met her, people were trying to pay at the event, and it was just something they didn't do.
What? And I know sometimes they will sell frames and stuff there. Do not do that.
No, they don't.
People who go, if you guys are ever going to a con, you plan on getting an autograph or doing photo ops, bring your own plastic sleeves, because a lot of times these cons will charge you an arm and a leg for those.
Yeah,
you can get them pretty damn cheap. And then secondly, one thing that when I was at Fan Expo and I got the picture with Doc and Marty, Chris Lloyd and Michael J. Fox, they had this weird kind of like white border on it, and the barcode was like right on the side of the photo. You don't want to see that stuff. Why not just print? They could have easily printed that on the back, but they didn't. So, like, I mean, and one thing, I mean, any of you guys who, I'm sure, you know, Tony and Master, you guys have been to cons before. A little word of advice I give to everyone is dress comfortably. Even if you're doing a cosplay, try and dress as comfortable as you possibly can. And just be mindful, because there's always hidden fees. And a lot of times, if you can go to a con, sometimes it's best to go the last day of a con, if you can help it. Because some of those vendors, they don't want to lug that merchandise bag back with them. It might be open to some deals. You just never know.
Well, Dave knows I don't have that option for GalaxyCon, because we've gone. We took a 2-year break, because my teen had a panic attack. My wife he's got real bad ADHD, anxiety, and my toddler, she was only like, I think 2 years old at the time. And trying to go through with a stroller when people have wheelchairs, or they just were not really being friendly. So this year, my wife was like, well, if you buy two badges and you go Saturday, when a lot of your photo ops, I said, yeah, I'd pretty much just be getting photo ops for a couple hours and then we'd leave. So I think that's how I sold her on it, is that she can go do whatever she wants with the littlest one. The teenagers that she may not want to go, unless somebody big that she wants to see will be there. They haven't announced any wrestlers, because they usually get a wrestler or two. I'm hoping they get at least one or two. If not, I'm okay with that, because I'm already looking at like almost $600 in just pictures. And my wife is not really looking to hear that number hit our credit card bill. So I'm trying to find a way to spin it where I can get like friends to say, hey, happy birthday. Here's some money towards that. Because holy shit. If you come, listen, we're gonna be staying there. I got one of the hotels, because they still had one of the hotel we like staying at, the Sheraton. It's got a parking lot, right, a parking deck that's private, that is right across from the hotel, and you can literally walk in the crosswalk to it. So it is I personally like it. But it does get, I think that Raleigh is just expensive to eat. So you have to technically drive away from the convention to eat food. Because if you DoorDash, you're going to be just getting your pocket gouged. So my advice, if you do go to GalaxyCon, come with the person, like come and then have like friends that are there that are willing, because the food trucks, they leave early. Nothing's around the convention center, because you have to like drive 15 minutes to the mall, and that's where all the food areas are. And that's where we saved a ton of money, because we still spent a lot, but we spent more on food than we did everything else. So like that's my advice, because there's one Starbucks in one hotel that everybody goes to. And then there's like food trucks that are ridiculously, like, was it a grilled cheese and fries was like $14. So I know conventions are just that way, but if you do ever have the idea to want to travel to a GalaxyCon, I mean, if my wife doesn't go, I I think we're more than likely she's gonna want to go because I told her I'd like her to come. I don't personally like going that far from the family for 3.5 hours to Raleigh by myself. So that's why they're tagging along, so to speak. But if you do go and you are there this year, it'd be fun to meet up. Yeah, Terrence, I know you got a lot, bro. You got Zolo, Toylanta. I know you're gonna be at Ish. And IshCon, for those of you that don't know, Ish is an awesome dude. He is got his own toy con that happens in the Durham, Raleigh area. And it's gonna be 2 or 3 days. I would love to try to go to that. I don't buy a lot of toys that much anymore, but I would totally love to just go hang out because Ish is just good people, and he's just probably one of the sweetest, nicest people I've ever met. Terrence is another great dude. You know, I've met through that whole circle of people. So
Yeah, I mean, for me, you know, New Jersey, that's doable. It's about a 6.5 hour drive or so.
ToyCon New Jersey is a big toy. That's like the big that I've heard it has now become bigger. Like a lot of people, what was his face? Art G goes there a lot, and he's actually he's kind of gotten big, and so is was it is it Disarticulated Figures Collector or whatever? He lives in like the PA area. So does our friend Tony. He lives up in the Philly area. So, well, if I took off 3 years, I'm going possibly this year. The only reason we're really going is because our 16-year-old would like to go to college which is right next to the convention. So we figured go Friday, look at the college, Saturday, go to the convention, Sunday, come home. Oh, yeah, it's going to be 3 days this year. And yes, I forgot. I will shout my boy out. Terrence has his own company, Creative Realms, and they're going to be doing some great stuff. So you should come to GalaxyCon. If you're there, I might see you there too. Wink, wink. Tonight, probably not. Not big. Not there's. I'll give you guys a taste. I was talking to Dave about this, about a movie that I was kind of sad about. We Bury the Dead. If anybody's heard about that, it was a Daisy Ridley movie. Which
is this what we're referring to? Creative Realms?
Yes, sir. And IshCon is pirate themed this year. So
yes, well. Tonight, this is just a test to kind of make sure that Talk Studio, which we're going to be using as a streaming platform, is working out. We are going to be talking movies and TV shows starting with next Saturday when we go live at 8 p.m. Eastern. We will be going over what was that?
That's January 24th.
This coming Saturday, yes. This coming Saturday, that's when our schedule is going to start, 8 p.m. Eastern at the Outer Dimensions podcast. And also going out, we're going to probably wrap up about between 9:30 right before 10, because we know a lot of our friends and a lot of people we associate with in various circles usually start to head over to the clubhouse around 10:30. Over on Ostradamus Toys channel. There you go. Terrence says, yeah, he's hung out with us on the clubhouse right there.
Yes, he has several times. But I'll mention this before we call it, because it was something I was mentioning to Dave, and it's kind of shocking because I told Dave I haven't seen this happen to a film in a long time, which was We Bury the Dead. Daisy Ridley, Star Wars fame. She also did, I think, Where the Crawdads. I forgot. It was like a book. It was based on a book. She was in a movie like that too. It was an adaptation on a book. So I'm trying to think. The movie We Bury the Dead was like a different take on the zombie trope. And I was super psyched. Because I told Dave, I said, oh, Lana, my teen, she's super into like horror films. And I've been trying to expose her to better horror films. And I figured, oh, let me put her in front of a person, an actress that she recognizes, Rey from Star Wars, because she's watched all those movies. And she was like, okay, I was looking for tickets to try to get us tickets this weekend, longer weekend. And it wasn't even in theaters. Nowhere near within 50 miles of me. And I was pretty surprised. So I went back to when the movie was released earlier this month, which is like 3 weeks ago. Not even, less than 3 weeks ago. And boom.
January 2nd. Yep.
15 days ago. 2 weeks ago, this movie got released. And it's not anywhere to be watched. So I told Dave, I said, man, that's a bit surprising. I haven't seen a film disappear from movies that fast since Next of Kin with Patrick Swayze. So I said either the movie's really, really bad or it's really, really good. And if it was really, really good, it would have still been in there. But mind you, Avatar, Fire and Ash, which was freaking phenomenal, that's dominating the box office. So I was like, okay. What film studio, Dave, was the one that did her We Bury the Dead?
Let me look that up real quickly. I was just looking at some additional information. Because there was another movie called We Bury the Dead from 2024, which was banned. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
I don't think it was that, because it was in theaters for a couple of days. Because I do have friends local who saw
distributed by Vertical and Umbrella Entertainment. I'm trying to see who actually made the film, though. Let's see here. Quite a few production companies. I'm trying to find the overall studio here. Apologies. Let's see here. Gramercy Park Media Southwest. Those are some of the companies that made that were production companies for it. It's not giving me the exact studio though. Yeah, that's weird. I'm looking at Wikipedia. It was apparently Australia, New Zealand. It's going to be released February 5th. Yeah, so that's weird. Not sure.
Yeah, whatever it was, and the two of my friends saw it locally and said to me it was not bad. They said it was a very cool film, and they said that I would definitely dig it because they know me. So I got excited, but no dice. And I was even willing to drive down to South Carolina to go see it if I had to, which not too far because I live about like a 35-minute drive from South Carolina. But still, I was willing to go to one of the theaters in Fort Mill or Rock Hill to kind of go see this film if that's the only option I have. But it was gone. So I did the wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Found it online, so I need to watch it.
Well, here's the thing. IMDb actually shows it as 2024. So I'm wondering if this was the same movie, and see if I can find out why it was banned.
I mean, it's a unique story. It's a banned book. The movie is
okay. Of course, of course, Google. It's saying that it underperformed, which is weird that it would underperform within 2 weeks.
I mean, again, and this kind of goes into the research that I put into things. If we had time, I would have actually done my homework where I would have been like, oh, it probably underperformed because if you're looking at the fucking blockbuster film, multimedia monster that Disney's had in the theaters that's still in there since December, that's going to be theaters probably at least till February.
But also, Dre and I, on past episodes, numerous times, we've talked about how some studios, and well, a lot of studios nowadays, don't exactly put the same kind of promotion in that they did in years past, which is a sad thing.
And this was Archer. We brought this up with Archer too, and he came on. A lot of what has been the problem that we're noticing as fans is that promoting these films, unless they have the media monster that Disney, DC, Marvel, they're not gonna get that oomph. And a lot of the streaming services, as David mentioned a little while ago, are really where, like, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck made a freaking movie called The Rip, which is awesome, but it's on Netflix. No, that to me, that would have been something you put on the big screen.
Nobody knows that it's on Netflix unless you happen to stumble on Netflix. Then you see, oh, what's this?
Exactly.
But there's no advertising. I mean, hell, even on YouTube, even if you're streaming, you should at least be paying for the promotion. It's just like with channels. Okay, I have a show. I want to buy ad time on this network, and this network to push this, so you get eyes on it. If people aren't even aware that it's coming out, they're not going to tune in.
And Terrence, I didn't see. That's the thing, though. The way they advertised it, all the IG influencers that had gotten early advanced screenings of this film all said it was set to be released, and it was not a limited release. They said it was a regular release. If I had known it was a limited release, like the Markiplier Iron Lung film that comes out on the 30th of this month, that I was told is a limited release. Only 2,000 screens are getting it, and only 2 theaters in my state are going to have it, or in my town are going to have it. So, an Iron Lung is based on a really bad game that I know Markiplier wants to do, and I'm tempted because it looks like it's supposed to be like a really edgy horror film, and I might like it, but do I want to pay $10, $15? We'll see. I may, just because I want to see it.
Yeah.
And you're right, only major cities. The problem is, when you don't live in a major city, like Charlotte is not a major city to me. I know I'm insulting my state, and I love you, Charlotte. You've been my home for 17 years. I love you. But it is not a big city. Atlanta is. Atlanta is where everything happens. Whenever we have something, it's either Raleigh. If we get something here in Charlotte, maybe. But it usually goes to Raleigh, Greensboro, and even Greensboro is not even a big city. It's either Raleigh, Charlotte, or Atlanta.
Well, Master puts only Joe Rogan talked about The Rip, and that's the thing. It's like, unless you are listening to those
podcasts,
news outlets, let's just say those glorified outlets.
I like him. He's a podcast. He cleaned up his act recently. I'll give him his due. He made a couple of things that he might have made some very outlandish claims, and then he kind of pulled back because he realized a lot of the BS. So I'll give Joe Rogan his due.
It may get a wider release if the market test does well. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, when it comes to movies, and just, I mean, whether it's in theaters or not, I mean, you're not even aware. It used to be like years ago, oh, coming soon to Blu-ray, or hey, you can pick this up at your Blockbuster, or you can get it from your Redbox, or this is available here and there. You're not being told, hey, for, let's say if it is a limited release, and then after this date, you can catch this on Netflix. We're not always seeing it. We're not seeing it. We don't get the trailers like we used to.
Well, also, something that you said, if it gets a wider release, here's the thing. so many films did so well, and I'm gonna talk about this because I think it needs to be talked about. The best anime film of last year, anime, not animated, anime film from Japan was Demon Slayer, the castle. That move, the Infinity Castle film, which was an arc. That film was 2+ hours, like almost 3 hours. Absolutely a piece of visual cinema. Loved it. I also saw Chainsaw Man. I'm an anime fan, so was my daughter. We took with the teen daughter. The little one, I think, went to see Chainsaw Man with us. And Chainsaw Man was nowhere near the level of cinema that Demon Slayer was. And people were saying, well, the Rize arc film was so good. Demon Slayer is one of those cultural phenomena that's like One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon. It's in an echelon of popularity that it's not niche. It's very well known. People know who Tanjiro and Nezuko are. Actually, we gave away a prize last year from Toyco that was a Tanjiro SH Figuarts. So, K-pop Demon Hunters, that's anime. That's not an anime. That's animated film. That does not. That's Korean, and it'd be under Webtoons if it was. So, the Demon Slayer film should have been more, and I saw it. It was limited release, right? Certain cities they had it for like 2 weeks, and then that was it. Yeah, the subs and the dubs, and that was it. If you missed it, you missed it. Godzilla -1. They did I remember I told Dave I saw it once and I absolutely loved it. I almost missed it and I had to fly.
Which was also on sale at Walmart on it.
I already have it. I bought
no,
it.
but I'm just saying.
I bought it.
A person could get that on Blu-ray for like $10. Just saying.
But I got to see the black and white version, which was absolutely phenomenal. Like seeing that movie in color and then seeing it in black and white, completely different experiences, amazing experience. But again, something that I feel like everybody needs to do is when you go see these movies, and if it does say limited release, go see it, because the next chance you'll probably get of it is not on a streaming service. It'll probably be if it shows up on a Blu-ray randomly at a Walmart, or if you're lucky and you buy stuff like physical media on Amazon, Amazon suggests it to you. I'll leave it at that because we have a lot of stuff we could talk about. I do need to do some stuff for the evening, but I'm going to tell you guys, thank you. It gives us this is just the litmus test for us, and we're glad to see that there's an interest. We're going to have a good start time. We're not going to go over because Oz in the Clubhouse starts at 10, so we would like to, if you guys are on watching us, great. But we don't want to interrupt your time to be on the Clubhouse as well. So if you do watch that, because Oz is a very good friend of Dave and mine, and we would say he's our brother because he's that close with us. He's very supportive. So if you guys want to watch our show, great. It'll be kind of a lead into that. So again, I appreciate just getting back on here, running this test. I think it's working real great. And like I said, we'll have a list of some things. I'll have a couple of things ready to go.
But guys, you can also now, for you guys who don't know, the Outer Dimension Podcast has its own Instagram, so you can look us up over there on the Outer Dim Pod on Instagram. I think it's Outer Dim. The original is the Outer Dimension Podcast on Instagram, the Outer Dim Pod on Twitter, although we have not posted on there in a very long time. And of course, you can always email the Outer Dimension Podcast at theouterdimensionpodcast@gmail.com. You can always reach Dre as Dre the Geek Dad on IG, Dave's _dimension on Instagram as well. But guys, we want to thank you for coming in, hanging out on this, this impromptu test stream. And like you said, we're going to be back, and we're going to be, we'll be doing every other week or so for the Outer Dimension Podcast, movies, TV shows, and a lot more, guys. So we're back, and we're going to have fun. We're going to do a little bit more tweaking to see what we can do about having it stream to multiple channels to get as many eyes on channel as possible. Obviously, we're trying this on Saturday nights for the first time ever. But guys, until next time, Dre, what are you going to say?
We will catch you guys on the flip side.
No,
Or actually, wait.
what do you always say?
I had to go back and after actually
Watch your head.
Watch your head as we exit the portal. We'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Later, guys.
Dre and Dave hit it hard in the dark, spinning tales from the void, never bark. Movie shows, they tear apart. Dimensions clash, they ignite the spark. Couch debates, turn the volume up. Set the chaos over for the cup. Alien worlds and twisted scenes. Banter spreads like electric dreams.